Boxing Truth here. Just a quick video on the encounter between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. It's not going to be a description of the fight. It's been talked about to death. People have their opinions, who they felt won. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you guys, if you've been following my channel, have a pretty good idea who I thought won the fight. It was a pretty good prize fight. Dramatic in the end. Went as I expected it to. Decision type fight, and Fury, he showed his quality, showed why he's the lineal heavyweight champion of the world, and showed why he is still the lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He pretty much gave Wilder a boxing lesson in major stretches of that fight. Was even going for the KO in some spurts, was really putting it on Wilder. For the first time, I seen Wilder fatigue in the fight. For the first time, I seen Wilder discouraged and absolutely looked befuddled in the ring. He ran out of ideas, didn't know what to do, but he showed that he's a dangerous fighter. Even though no matter how flawed he is one of the biggest punchers in heavyweight history. Proved it last Saturday night. Showed that you can never be relaxed when you fight Deontay Wilder. But he was gifted a draw this past Saturday night. Didn't win any money in this fight. Put money on Fury. Should have picked the draw. I had a feeling it was going to be a draw. But on American soil, you just never know which way it was going to go. Especially in the decision type fight. Fury needed to win at least 8 to 9 rounds clearly in this fight to get a decision. He did, in my opinion. He won at least 8 rounds. Could argue he won as many as 9. But the 2 knockdowns got him in the end. And pretty much he got away with the draw. Even though he got knocked down twice in the fight, which shows you that Fury was a true winner in the fight. If this fight was anywhere else in the world, Fury would have been a unanimous decision victor. So therefore, going forward, it's going to be a lot of interest of what goes on in the careers of both guys. And I could see Deontay Wilder avoiding the rematch at all costs, because if he was ever going to beat Tyson Fury, last Saturday night was it. He was fighting an inactive Fury, a Fury that hadn't been in a world-class fight in about 3 years. And he couldn't get the job done. He looked lost. He was missing a shitload of punches. Was even on the verge of being stopped at one point in that fight against Tyson Fury. If Tyson Fury was a killer like Deontay Wilder is, it would have been his ass on the canvas and possibly not getting up. There was one point in that fight where Fury had Wilder out on his feet, but he didn't pull the trigger. He didn't step on the gas to get the stoppage, because he's not that type of fighter. He's a boxer, awkward fighter, leaves behind the jab, combinations, feints. He's not a knockout type fighter, but he's a guy that can create a knockout, but not a guy that pushes for a knockout. But he had to do that in order to get that stoppage win for Wilder last Saturday night, and the opportunity was there, but he didn't take it. So I could see Wilder avoiding the rematch. He's never going to beat Tyson Fury. Last Saturday was the best chance he was ever going to get. Couldn't get the job done. Fury's only going to improve from this performance. He's only going to get better. He's only going to get back to even closer to 100%. And he's going to be more confident in a rematch. And a rematch is going to go even worse for Deontay Wilder. He might not even land a right hand at all in a rematch. So I can see Wilder's team avoiding a rematch, just take the draw, run away with it, and try to get an Anthony and Joshua fight. And that's really, if I'm guiding the career of Deontay Wilder, that's the direction I want to take. Why fight Fury again and get embarrassed for not the biggest payday when he can get a fight with Joshua for all the marbles, undisputed, and also a more winnable fight? A better chance of winning, at least. Because Fury's movement was the X factor in their fight. His ability to evade the punches and the telegraph right hands from Deontay Wilder. But Joshua doesn't move that well. He's going to be in the pocket. He's not going to be able to evade those shots that Fury was able to do with consistently with Wilder's right hand. However, what makes that fight intriguing, what makes it pretty much a 50-50 fight, is if Joshua is able to land the shots, the type of shots that Fury was able to land against Wilder, I really can't see Wilder withstanding those type of punches. He got rocked a few times in that Fury fight, was even out on his feet at one point, was almost on the verge of getting stopped. Had Fury stepped on the gas. Against Joshua, if he gets hit with those type of shots, he ain't going to stand up for those shots. He's going to get knocked out. But in contrast, if Joshua gets hit by one of those diamond right hands, his ass is going to be on the canvas. So there's that type of fight. It's a type of fight where whoever lands their biggest shot first in a Wilder-Joshua fight, that's who's going to be the victor. And in my eyes, from what I see Wilder and Joshua happening perhaps first before a rematch with Fury or any fight involving Fury in the future. So I feel that's the direction they're going to take. They're going to try to make the Joshua fight. It's a more winnable fight. It's a bigger fight. It's for all the marbles. And it's a fight that's more winnable. They ain't going to beat Tyson Fury. Wilder's team knows that. They're going to be grateful for the draw, the gift draw that they got this past Saturday night. And they're going to move on and try to make the next biggest fight out there. Or really one of the biggest fights for Wilder's career. And that's an Anthony Joshua unification. A fight that's still generates a lot of interest. But of course, a lot of people are very interested in the Wilder-Fury rematch. But it's not a fight Deontay Wilder could win. I think we pretty much know that. I mean, what adjustments can Wilder make? All he has is the right hand. And he couldn't land it at all until the very end of that fight against Tyson Fury. So, if Wilder's team's smart, they'll move on. Avoid the rematch at all costs. Try to get Joshua in the ring and try to win that fight. And try to become undisputed. And try to entice Fury to come to America once again. Because if there is a rematch between Wilder and Fury, it definitely should take place in the United Kingdom. Fury defended his lineal championship, was not dethroned, was robbed in my opinion, especially since every judge didn't give Tyson Fury the first round. How did Tyson Fury not get that first round? He rocked Wilder in that round. If he gets the first round, he wins on those cards. It is what it is. That's boxing for you. It was very predictable that the fight was going to be a draw, but I usually don't place wagers on draws. But maybe in the future I ought to do that. In order not to get screwed, like I've been constantly getting screwed with these type of bets. Derevyachenko, the first Kovalev-Ward fight, the Hughie Fury-Joseph Parker fight, now this fight, the Canelo-Golovkin first fight. It's happened to me way too many times. But that's pretty much how it's gone for me. Since I opened my channel, I always pick the true winners of the fight. But doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the official winner of the fight. But it was a good prize fight, dramatic end, a great finish, great heart shown from Fury. Also, Wilder took chances. He stayed in there mentally because he was frustrated like a motherfucker throughout that fight. But he tried as hard as he could. He still dug deep and was able to score a clutch knockdown in that last round. I ain't gonna shit on Deontay Wilder. I'm past that, man. I'm a fan of Deontay Wilder. He's finally stepped up. He's protected, but he stepped up. He's giving you some fights that we want to see. And maybe he's going to go after Joshua in his very next fight. And if he does, and even if he goes on enemy territory to do it, you got to applaud Deontay Wilder. As flawed as he is, he still has that X factor. And he could very well beat Joshua but he can't get caught with those type of shots that Fury hit him with, or else his ass is going to be on the canvas. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.